Hey Cancer, welcome to the Cosmic Jackal Tarot. I'm your host Mirage. Thank you for tuning in and welcome to your Aquarius season reading. Once again, Happy New Year, and let me show you what I've been working on. Magnificent, right? That is my, what do you call it? My vision board. It's a little, like in this area, I have a fan that blows here at night sometimes, and I just gotta tape that down, but it might not be that all of that gets accomplished this year, but I figured I'd just get started. And look, I got the dice here. I don't know if that glare is bad. I can't really tell. But yeah, I also have the dice kind of lined up so you guys can know, like, or better yet, I can tell for myself, like, okay, this is Cancer that we're working on. All right. It's still a little backwards. There we go. There we go. Much better. We're just gonna dive right in. We're going to start off with the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. Okay, you have the Hunter, number 27, the Sagittarius energy, but some of you could have been born on the 27th of, not July, right? That would be June. Some of you could have been born on the some of you could have been born on the 2nd, the 7th, or the 9th of July. If I could just slow down when I talk, that'd be great. But yeah, you guys are going out into the wilderness and you are on a mission to pursue something that you are looking for. If it's not something specific, you're just going out there to see what you can obtain. Makes sense, right? But that being said, you know, be careful because sometimes the hunter becomes the hunted. So make sure that you are fully prepared for your journey at this time during Aquarius season is basically what I'm being told to tell you, because anything can happen. And if you think you're prepared, prepare once over. Make sure you have everything aligned where it needs to be, because I get the feeling Aquarius is going to be a very silly time for some of us, but for a lot of us, it's just a mission of, you know, working on yourself and seeing what can be improved on and going from there. All right. So let me let's see how your emotions are at this time. This is the Moonology manifestation I'm pulling out. I just need one, Spirit, please. Okay. I said one. We don't listen no more. They don't dance no more. They don't dance no more. They don't dance no more. Some of y'all are too young to know that, but okay. So we have first quarter moon in Taurus, release control. Some of you could have a Taurus moon, or this could just be relevant in Taurus season. Perhaps, maybe you're getting a little insight of what could occur. Maybe this phase gets to an ending by Taurus season. This could mean a lot of things, but Cancer, you are a sign that likes to be in control of everything. You like to be bossy, tell people what to do. You think you always know what's right. You don't like to listen when people try to get you to see another opinion or another point of view. And that needs to stop. Like, I have many a Cancer friend that is like that, and some of my friends are dating Cancers that are like that. Look, it's not always about you and you're not always right. But you got to be teachable. You also got to be someone that let somebody else have the spotlight or have the room for like half a second, bro. Chill. And some of you probably are like, no, but I really don't mean it like that. It doesn't mean, I tell people all the time, it doesn't matter how you mean something. Once the damage is done, it's done. So again, I'm getting the feeling I need to some of y'all need to talk over your little inner thoughts in there and just be like, look, you know, I'm telling this to you for a reason. If some of you have been told this too many times, it might just be time for you to listen up and take what somebody is saying to you serious. Because like I said, I know plenty of Cancers that it's like, no, I just want to do things my own way. Okay, well, you know, then when you start having nobody around and everybody's sick of your shit, whatever, do what you want to do. So we're going to use the Cosmic Insights, and we're going to just pull 3 cards from this deck. One of them was already upright for some reason, so. Let's see. All right. So in the beginning we have, oh, by the way, this is the beginning, the middle, and the end of Aquarius season. But you have cycles, fate, karma, something ending, something beginning. Yeah. A lot of you like to repeat cycles. I don't know why. Like, for example, I know one person who is they're a serial cheater. I can't say they're my friend or they're not, because they're also a pathological liar. And something that they potentially did lie about to me has made me to a point where if I ever see them again, they get knocked in the fucking sand, bruh. A tombstone might pop out from where they just like landed. I don't know. They just kind of piss me off. But they've been like this I've known them, as of this year, it would be just about 10 years. It's not that they've changed, they've just kind of, gotten more comfortable with their own bullshit and then try to convince everybody around them that they're not full of shit. So, I'm not trying to come down on y'all because I have people like that in my life, but understand that if you notice that something, it just seems like you're going through the same thing all over again or whatever. And in the beginning of a year, a lot of times we do notice that, like, hey, tax season rolls around, but why am I always so behind on this? And then when tax season comes, it saves me for a while, but then towards like maybe the middle, the end of the year, I wish I had spent that more wisely. Like, that's one example. Some of you are just probably in a position of, you don't know any better, or some of you just kind of remain ignorant. So it's probably time to just let something go or stop repeating something so that the cycle can end. In the middle, we have Guardian. A lost loved one watches over you. Now, when I get this card, I keep trying to let people know this doesn't mean that someone around you has passed or is going to pass. It might not even actually be someone that's ancestral. It could be like a spirit guide. It could be someone that's close to you. It could be a literal guardian, like a parent, a grandparent, adoptive person. It could even be like, a mentor, a boss. But someone's, trying to make sure that you out here doing what's right and staying away from what's wrong. But, I mean, it is what it is. You're going to do what you want, Cancer. That's how you've always been. Finally, we have love spell. You've been bewitched. Now, it doesn't mean that someone put a love spell on you or you put a love spell on somebody, but you could have a very unhealthy fixation on something or someone, So if you find that it's hard for you to concentrate, or your mind is just like completely filled with things that it's not getting you to where you need to go. If it's a person, like, all you do is think about them, you're looking for excuses to talk to them, you're ignoring your kids, your responsibilities, your job, or better yet, your performance in your daily life is like declining, it might just be time to exercise some sort of discernment or discipline. But with that being said, let's move on to the Mermaid Tarot deck. We're only going to pull one card. I guess it's going to be this card. You guys have the Six of Swords in reverse. This would be someone moving into calmer waters and braving a storm, but some of you just want to stay in that storm. Why you want to do that, I don't understand. But this is water sign. No, this is a air sign energy. So this could also be someone that's like, they're not being very honest about themselves. They're not trying to move forward with anything. They just like to be stuck. Those people that like to complain about something, and they complain about it every day, all day, probably all their life they've been complaining about something, but they make no effort to change. That's what the Six of Swords is. You want to change courses and be happy, you got to figure that out. All right. Now, we're going to do 3 cards from the Divine Tarot deck. All right, that one's sticking out, so it wants to talk to you. Okay, let's keep moving. All right. Okay, so in the beginning, under cycles, you have strength in reverse. Meaning you don't have the strength to break that cycle. Or better yet, you just feel like there's no point in it. This would be Leo energy, or the opposite of it. But you guys tend to, I don't know, I notice like some Cancers just don't like change. You like for things to stay the same. You like for things to just go their course so that you don't have to guess what to do next, some of you. But that's kind of weird, because I've always known Cancers to want to take chances, But a lot of you live life by the book, by instruction. And some of you, this could be a habit where you've been living your life like how your parents told you life would be, or how school taught you, whatever. And that could be the cycle right there, where you just think that life is supposed to go a certain course, and then eventually you'll get the outcome you were seeking. But you have to give yourself that, okay? Over Guardian, you have the Magician. So in the middle of Aquarius season, you guys know you have the power to bring anything into the present, to bring anything into the physical, right? Some of you can be manipulative. Some of you can be storytellers. If you're from the South, you know what I mean when I say storyteller. If not, like, some of y'all just be lying. If not to everybody else around you, you'd be lying to yourself. Like, I'm happy, everything's great. You know, I'm living my princess fairy tale, but I mean, there's definitely roaches in that apartment. You over here just like, you know, trying to act like it's not there. Some of y'all got fleas. Some of y'all got, you know, kids with no diapers, no wipes. Y'all don't know how you're going to get the grocery bill done, but, you know, hey, at least you splurge to make sure that you look like a hot commodity walking around the streets, or you're trying to pursue someone that is going to give that to you. But this could go either way. I'm not trying to trash y'all, but I just want y'all to understand, Cancer, that at times you can exude that energy, and you'll be in a delusional mindset of everything is fine when people are trying to let you know, like, hey, maybe you want to consider this a different way, or pursue this a different way, or hey, I don't know if you knew, or they're letting you know basically that whatever it is that you're doing is probably making them uncomfortable, you know? And if it doesn't change, well, you just gonna have to start conjuring some other people that are gonna deal with that shit. But again, that's underneath Guardian. So I mean, this could be like something or someone letting you know, like, yeah, you can speak anything into existence, you can bring anything into existence, but be careful, because if you're lying about something, you know, sometimes things happen in a way. Like, I was watching somebody the other day, and they were saying something along the lines of, like, you know, you could be someone saying, I want that specific person, I know I'm gonna get it, I'm not even gonna worry about it, and then the next day they become single, and you're probably throwing, you know, some sort of like, what do you call it, like a celebration. You're like, oh, I knew it, I knew that relationship was gonna last, and meanwhile you don't know that maybe they're single because their partner just got killed in an accident. So you're over here celebrating and being so self-centered, but it's like, you know, some people feel like somebody's loss is somebody else's gain, but like, again, you need to be careful about how you speak things into existence. But that's just one example. I'm not saying all Cancers are like that, definitely not. Just hear what I say. Don't think it's anything personal, but I feel like some people really need to hear that before they get carried away somewhere else. Now with Love Spell, you got the Hanged Man in reverse over that. That's Pisces energy. But and then it's funny because I'm a Pisces, but this is kind of, you know, imbalanced. This would normally be a person who puts themselves in a position to see something from a different perspective. But it's like, when it's in reverse, this is someone who does not want to see how things could go if they just kind of change things, whether within themselves or around themselves. The more you keep entertaining something or just sitting in it, like, it's not going to get any better. It's just, you sometimes adapt ways to deal with it temporarily, and then you have to find another way, and then another way. But it doesn't really deal with the root problem. It just forces you to have to, you know, like, do something about it. And honestly, a lot of people do not like to live that way. So we're going to clarify with the, sorry, somebody's messaging me on Instagram and I'm getting the notification. So like they're saying something and I'm laughing. But yeah, we're going to get the clarifications from the Modern Spellcasters deck here. Let's see. Okay. Oh, okay. We'll take that one. All right. So you have the Strength in reverse, but over it is the Page of Pentacles. Should have said that backwards, but here we are. So you have a slow-moving offer coming in. Could be Taurus energy, you know, releasing control, perhaps. Like, you guys are taking that into consideration. But this could be, if it's not a Taurus or a different earth sign like Virgo or Capricorn, this could be an offer to something new, but this is a page, so it's a message. It could also be like you're getting an offer to get a raise. It might not be a really big raise, or it could be someone offering stability of some kind, like maybe you guys are moving into a different homing situation. It might be smaller than what you're used to, or better yet, like that financial offer could be a smaller amount than what you're used to. But whatever it is, you want to accept it, or you're going to accept it, because I guess, you know, you're tired of that whole cycle thing and you don't have the strength to move on. But again, something comes in to kind of stabilize everything, even if you're giving that stabilization to yourself. But again, I get the feeling that in the beginning, you know, like for things to just stop going this route, you have to release control. Like you have to be patient with yourself. You have to also, you know, dig your feet into the dirt and be like, hey, I'm not going to move until this shit gets taken care of, right? So then you have Six of Pentacles over the Magician. You don't know it, but a lot of people look to you for advice. They look at you as this energy that is healing, that is nurturing, that can teach people. You're very abundant. You're very generous. And like I said, with the Magician card, you probably do want to come off that way. But what most people don't know is the Magician, once again, is someone who is manipulative, and they do tell stories, you know? But you don't know the source of their power. You don't really know how it's there. They just tell you the good that happens. But let's just look at this from a different perspective. Some of you could just be manifesting that you are this energy. But in order to do that, you know, you got to trust in, you know, God, when I say guardian, what I mean is, like, if you've been getting this energy, or you've been getting somebody in your in your energy or in your space telling you like, hey, let's work on this, let's do this, let's do that. The only way to achieve certain things is just to listen. I mean, you don't always have to follow somebody else's advice, and if you do, you don't have to follow it word by word. But again, a lot of you probably have been feeling this build up for a while that something does need to change, but it's only going to change if you do, you know? So again, you want to be in this energy, you want to have all that power and actually walk into that power. Maybe that's just it. You guys have been saying you have that power, and you do, but maybe in the past you've been using it for bullshit. But now you're like, you know what? Like, let me pick myself off the ground, dust myself off. I made some mistakes. And then here we go. You got the Knight of Wands over the Hanged Man in reverse. Fire sign energy. This could be Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. It doesn't have to be. But Knight of Wands is someone who just rushes in. They're all about action. They pursue something on a whim. They're very impulsive. And be careful with that energy, because again, some of you are just putting yourself somewhere, not wanting to see a different perspective, and feel like you have to rush into something to prove a point with that love spell. Again, I mean, it could be you're trying to rush and pursue a fire sign or a Pisces, perhaps. But, you know, the Knight of Wands is not someone who stays somewhere very long. He's just there to conquer something, carry out an objective, prove a point, stand in his ego, and then he's off again. So again, y'all could be taking on that energy, or you are trying to do something with someone who does that, and that could be why you're attracting people that, if you notice, if it's a cycle where, why doesn't anybody stay? Why is everybody always, you know, I always feel like I'm the one that has to be stuck, and they move on. Cycles, baby. Yeah. Especially if this person, like I said, when you've been bewitched, like, you probably think about this person a lot. You probably obsess over them, or you've been told that you're obsessing, or, hey, you know what? Like, maybe they're like, oh, let's move in, or move here, or let's do this. And you're like, yeah, I'm all for it, because you want to prove like you about that life. But be careful. Be careful. Wait, was this supposed to be on 5 or 6? Now I'm confused. No, I think you guys are... Wait a minute. Got Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. Yeah, you guys are number 4. How does dice go all the way over the place with the... Sorry about that. All right. Anyways, so we're going to finish with the Super Attractor deck. And as I shuffle this, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Give that community tab some love. You know, definitely pay it attention because I am posting to it a little bit more often. But, you know, if it didn't resonate, that's totally okay. Maybe it's just meant for another Cancer or somebody with Cancer in their chart. Share it around. Never know who might be a part of the tribe later. That being said, if you guys would like to support me on other forms of social media or support the channel in some sort of way, or follow me on my other two channels, my gaming channel and my vlogging / entertainment channel, you know, all that is in the description box below. But let's see what you got. You have, when I'm patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. Literally. This deck just literally seals the deal. I love it. I'm so glad my mom gave it to me. But it all boils down to the very beginning. Release control. If you're going to hunt, make sure you're prepared. Don't just go out there and be like, oh, you know, today I feel like eating bacon. Let me go on ahead and find a boar and just start cutting it up. Like, are you prepared? Because boars, they don't let you just cut them. They start attacking people. You know, you can get hurt or you can get killed. They don't care. So the universe only responds to as much as you give yourself. That being said, Cancer, you know, walk with caution and just make sure that what you do in this life, you're doing it with a sense of purpose. All right, so that has been your reading. I love you. Take care, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Happy New Year.